Let's go, bro. I'm ready.
Welcome to episode 37 of Long Lost Pals, our Dominique Davis episode. First great Houston Texans running back. I believe he started as third string, had a couple of great years,
Fun.
and then he ended up like his last season. I feel like he wanted to honor his mom or something and changed his last name to Dominique Williams. I could be making that up, but something weird happened, and then he slowly fell out of the league, or quickly fell out of the league right after that. But the Texans' first great running back, in my humble opinion, and this is his episode. Shout out to him. We are show us segments. I'm Joey.
I'm Corinne.
And we're spicing it up a little bit. Spice up your life like it's 1998. Is that when the album came out? I don't remember. All I know is that album rules. As we've touched on in a previous episode. Feel free to look that one up. I don't know what episode number it is. You might have to do a little bit of soul searching. But instead of doing the worst of segment this week, we decided, we're going to switch it up. And these next couple episodes, not couple, but the next episodes for the rest of the season, we'll now be doing the best of. So the best of is just the opposite of the worst of. We'll be doing the best of a given year. This year, we're doing the year 2010. We're still doing the same categories. So we'll give you the best song, in our humble opinion, of 2010, the best movie of 2010, the best sports moment, as well as the best piece of miscellaneous news. Per the usual, I have no idea who went first last time. So, Karen, I will give you the honor. We give each other 2 minutes for this segment. And, Karen, it is time for you to get going.
I think you did go first last time, so I'll take that. At first when I started in digging into movies for 2010, I didn't think that there was that many good ones, but then I was like, holy shit, there was a lot. So let me just tell y'all what it was between for me. Shutter Island, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, The Social Network, and Inception. I gotta go. Inception, best movie of 2010. My humble opinion. Sorry, Christopher Nolan. Fucking, it's just so original, so crazy, insane. It's all of the things that you want in a movie. So I got to go with Inception being the best movie of 2010. Song. This I was just telling you. This was kind of hard for me. There was a lot of good music. This is
Was
like
there?
I thought that it was, man. I landed on best song of 2010. I'm going There Goes My Baby by Usher. You know, we
Ooh.
we both love us some R&B. Usher was hot this year. Rihanna was hot this year. Gaga was hot this year. It was a lot of good music being put out. That's what I'm giving it to the king of R&B, low key. I'm going with that one. Sports news. This is good and bad. 2010, the Steelers are the AFC champions, baby. So that's great. We then go to the Super Bowl and face the NFC champions, who are the Packers, and we lose to Aaron Rodgers. And if you don't keep up with the NFL or the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers is our current quarterback. So 15 years ago, he beat our ass in the Super Bowl, and now he is our quarterback. Yes, he is old as shit. Miscellaneous news. Best thing to come out of this year. I'm saying Jersey Shore blew up, man. We was watching it all in college. It's still a relevant show. My friends literally just had a Jersey Shore birthday party this weekend. We got a lot of good reality TV moments from that. A lot of good gossip and drama and fights and GTL. A lot of good shit. Going with the Jersey Shore blowing up in 2010.
It did blow up quite a bit, and what a time to be alive it was. I got a few bones to pick. It's really just one bone. Oh no, a couple. Inception, very confusing movie. I fell asleep quite early. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to see that movie at midnight when I know I have sleeping issues. So I did that. Fell asleep very early. Never rewatched it. I just know they have a little thing that looks like a dreidel they spin and something crazy happens. Shutter Island, also another one that's kind of hard to follow. I think that one was pretty dope, but it was a little difficult for your boy. Songs, I actually thought the opposite. Like you said, I like the one you picked. But I look back for '09. First of all, we were doing worst of, and I was like, a lot of material here. I was like, I like to think of those as great times. I was like, our music selection was absolute shit during that time period. Like, I feel like
Crazy.
I did not like the track listing. 2010, I was trying to stay mainstream, so I didn't get into mixtapes and stuff like that. Like I feel like I could go a deeper dive, and I'd probably pick something from there. But I feel like you had a decent selection. Big beef with your sports news because That Super Bowl took place in the year 2011. There was the
First?
2010 season. It took place in
Oh,
2011. Could you have me
oh,
second guessing? Because maybe
yeah.
I could be mentioning a Super Bowl for mine, and I had me Googling some shit just now. I
I was
confirmed.
wondering what you were looking at. I was wondering what you were looking at
I
your
wasn't
phone.
being rude. Yeah,
No,
I was
I
like
hate it.
scared.
I hate it when they do that for like the football news.
2010 Super Bowl champions, and it's like the year. Yeah,
Yeah, because they meant the season of 2010. God damn it. That's my bad. That's my fuck up.
but I thought the same thing because I was like looking it up, and I was like, oh, I thought this happened in 2009, but no, it's a Super Bowl from 2000. I just fact checked it, so you're good. Maybe we'll give you some redemption time next week to have a new sports moment. Because we know what your 2011 is already going to be, so you can just do 2010. I'll get started with my 2 minutes. I actually want to pull my notes up for this because I had some honorable mentions in here, and I want to make sure
Them all. Yeah.
I don't
I had to write down all the movies and I was like, wait, I gotta mention this one. Oh wait, I gotta mention this
I
one
don't
too.
skip out on. So 2010, not a great year, I don't feel like for a lot of reasons. Movies, a lot of disappointing ones. I feel like I brought this up recently. Dear John came out that year, trash. Remember Me, that movie, Robert Pattinson, trash. Charlie St. Cloud, thought that was going to be life changing, trash. There were some good ones that I really enjoyed. Due Date, hilarious, one of the funnier movies. The Town, which we covered recently, really great movie. Like I said, I'm sure Shutter Island and Inception are good, just a little over my head, a little intricate for my liking. But I might try to rewatch them now that I have a more sophisticated brain. Probably more brain damage though, so maybe I won't understand it. I'm going with The Fighter as my movie of the year. It's one of my all-time favorites. It's when Mark Wahlberg plays a famous boxer. His brother's a crackhead who's a former boxer. Christian Bale plays him. He's phenomenal. A lot of family dynamics. Great acting, great movie, good underdog story as well as deeper meaning and stuff. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Songs, look here, man. I have no problem saying I'm a certified lover boy. I'm not the Drake kind. I just am. I like R&B music. I also like soft rap music. All those Bow Wow songs, R&B singers and stuff like that. I like that shit. And there was one that came out this year that introduced us to two new artists, and that's Nothing on You by B.O.B. and Bruno Mars. I quite enjoyed that song. It's a great music video. It was like their first, I think both of their first, like their coming out parties. So I was like, who are these guys? Song still rules, doesn't really get a skip from me. B.O.B. I'm pretty sure is a flat earther now, so good luck with that shit. Bruno Mars snorts coke apparently, but great music, so good for him. Sports, I'm going Saints winning the Super Bowl. I think of Saints overall, very likable franchise. New Orleans, fantastic city. That's their only Super Bowl win. Happy for them. Drew Brees got him one. It was kind of early in his tenure there, like a third of the way through, but great for him. I like Drew Brees, Texas native, so good for them. And then moment, I'm going John Krasinski and Emily Blunt getting married. I'm not big into pop culture, but I watch most of The Office. I like Jim. I like John Krasinski. He seems like a wholesome guy in the show and in real life. And then Emily Blunt seems lovely as well. Great accent. And without them, The Quiet Place wouldn't exist. And that's a really good movie as well. So I'm going with them getting married. True love.
I saw that. I saw that too. And I was like, oh my God, I love them. You also loved her in The Devil Wears Prada. I remember you
She was
mentioning
in
her
it?
specifically.
Bruh? Who is she?
She's the first assistant that Meryl Streep has. She's the original Emily. Her name is Emily in the fucking movie.
I really don't know shit she's in
That's
at all.
crazy.
Really don't know.
That's crazy.
But that movie's great. That movie's really good. Quiet Place?
You know he directed that.
Yeah, no, that's a really good movie. There's two of
All
them, right? I don't know if I saw the second one.
there's three of them. The second one is even better than the first one.
Maybe I didn't see the second. Maybe I didn't see
I
the third.
couldn't believe it. The third one is all right, but
What's the one when
yeah,
she gives birth? Is that the first one?
yeah, that's the first one.
That one's wild, but also irresponsible. You're getting
Bro,
pregnant during this? What are you doing?
I'm telling you, the second one gets even better. You got to watch it.
Oh,
No real qualms with the other thing. I haven't seen The Fighter, but I remember looking it up at one point.
dude, it's so good.
Uh,
Like, it's literally like
I
a
don't
top.
really, I'm not big on is it boxing?
It is, but like, it's like more than just the fighting. Like, I mean, it's like, again, his brother, Christian Bale, is such a great actor. Like, I don't know what
Yeah,
he's like.
so is Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, I mean, Mark Wahlberg's got a good track record for movies as well for me. I like him as a
Not in
comedic actor as
person.
well. Yeah, no,
Not a good track record in real life.
not in the 80s and 90s, baby. Don't look that up. Like hate crimes, I think. White Boston guy. That's all you got to say. But no,
Boston.
Southie baby. I don't even know if he's from there. We'll just assume he is. But Charlestown. Yeah, that movie's good. You should really watch it. I like it a lot.
I'll check it out. Yeah, I mean, I did love that. I
It's
did
got
love that.
it's got what's it called? The girl too. Is it what's her name? Is it Amy? Is Amy McAdams? I know April. I know Rachel McAdams is a person. Amy is it Amy Adams?
Amy Adams?
I think so. She redheaded.
Yes.
I believe
Yes.
that's the love interest in the movie as well.
Love her.
Um, so yeah, no, it's a good cast. But continue. You were about to say something. Sorry, I cut you off.
I can't. Oh, I was gonna say no qualms with the song. Love the song. It was a great song. Nothing on you, Bruno Mars. That was like, yeah, because I think like right around that is when he dropped grenades. And I would get a
I think it
grenade.
was even before. I think this is around the time. I think this is even before he.
Yeah, this was like his.
Amazing, I think, is the first. I think they were like talking about that because I was looking at pop culture moments, and I think they said Bruno Mars had us doing this with "Girl, You're Amazing." I think that might have been his first
I
one.
don't even remember that fucking song.
You don't? That was
Grenade
big.
is the first. Grenade is the first thing that I remember from him.
Yeah,
In the Nothing on You, that was a banger. But yeah, nothing. I ain't got no beef with it.
cool.
I like
Now,
the Saints. I like Drew Brees.
yeah, he's a pretty likable guy. And then there was that adorable footage of his newborn son wearing the headphones on the field. That was like the first time I saw those baby headphones that I'd never seen before. Quite cute. All right, now we're going to get into a new segment, and this segment is called Start Bench Cut. Kind of inspired, well, not kind of inspired by Corinne's question last week. It's kind of like a FMK type situation. But start bench cut, it's a sports metaphor that essentially has us rank three people or things. Start would be our top choice. Bench is our backup, and cut is the one we would like to get rid of. Each week we'll alternate who picks the category and the options. This week I was first, and I chose to go with cartoon dads. And since we're doing start bench cut, you have to have three options that we're both going to evaluate. And I did Bob Belcher, Homer Simpson, and Hank Hill. We'll give each other a minute and a half for these segments, and I am on the clock to go first. So what I did is I wanted to make it as data driven as possible. So I came up with five fatherhood categories, and I ranked them 1 to 3. If you're first place, you get 3 points. If you're second place, you get 2 points. Third place, 1 point. Total score is the father who got the start, the bench, the cut. The first one I'm going with genetics. So you look at Bob Belcher, balding, not exactly what you want. I know from experience. Also, not the best build on that guy. A little bit of a rough start, not super attractive. Also, Homer, even worse. More out of shape, more balding. Hank Hill, guy's got no ass. Trust me, I don't want to have that ass. Super flat. That hair is going pretty strong, and I feel like all of his like out of shapeness is self-induced just from drinking all those beers outside with his friends. I feel like Hank could get it together if he wants and potentially grow ass if he did a few squats. So I'm going Hank top of that category, Homer last, Bob Belcher in second. Stability, financial security. Hank Hill kills it at Strickland Propane. That man is super responsible. He's a company man, never going to get laid off. I got him leading that category. He's first place. Bob owns his own restaurant, but that job is not recession proof. So I've got him right there in the middle because, he seems to be doing a good job, but it's his own business. You never know what could happen. Homer, awful employee at the nuclear power plant. He manages to hold on to that gig for a long time, but eventually it's going bye-bye. So I don't trust him. He's in last place again. This is taking longer than I expected. I apologize. Structure. Who provides structure in the home? I mean, I think I got to go with Bob Belcher number one. He has his kids working. He knows where they are. He knows what they're doing. I'd probably be pissed if I was his kids, but you can't get much more structure than that. Homer, he doesn't know what the hell his kids are doing. Bart's always raising running amok somewhere. Lisa's got structure, but it's of her own doing. She's just one of those types of kids. And Maggie can just do whatever the hell she wants. You never know what's going on. And then Hank, he provides Bobby structure. He wants him to do the right thing, so on and so forth. Let me shorten this. Compassion, accepting kids for who they are. Bob Belcher's leading that category. His kids are all weird as hell. Lovely, but weird as hell. So you can tell that he cares. Hank's always trying to change Bobby. That boy ain't right. Always trying to get him to do stuff. And Homer, he might think something at first, but he lets his kids be who they are, so he's second in that category. Lastly, we're doing time spent. Who spends the most quality time? Homer always spends quality time with his kids when he's running a scheme, like when Lisa's helping him with gambling, or when he and Bart are in the grease business and like taking grease from businesses, trying to sell it. He's never really, by choice, spending time with his kids. Hank tries to spend time with Bobby, but I feel like he only wants to do it in things he wants to do. Bob spends a shitload of time with his kids. He's one in that category. So the total scores are Bob 13, Homer 6, Hank Hill 11. So that means I'm going to start Bob Belcher. I'm going to bench Hank Hill. And Homer, I love you, but you are cut, my guy. That is my start bench cut.
These metrics. You wrote a fucking essay
Got a
on
spreadsheet.
evaluating genetics is crazy. Genetics is crazy. I went a little bit more loose. I'll say I went a little bit more loose. But we got the same rankings. I'll get into it right now. Who am I gonna cut? You gotta cut Homer. That guy, fucking complete waste man. He's basically Marge's fourth kid. He's not a smart guy. She does everything for the kids, does everything for him. I don't know how he's been employed. He literally be sleeping at fucking work half the time he's there, or just don't show up. His boss is absolutely fucking crazy. Yeah, you gotta Homer. He just not. He's not involved in his kids' lives at all. Really, I don't get. I can't. You gotta cut that guy. Gotta bench Hank. Hank, a lot of good points. He's a good provider. He's mostly a nice guy, but I feel like he's a southern white man, and there's a little bit of conservatism that runs through him that he can't let go of, even for his son, even for his wife. There's a little bit of like, I don't want to say it's like blatant misogyny, but a lot of the things that Peggy wants to do, he's like, you can't do that. You're a woman. It's like, all right, Hank, shut the fuck up. He does grow in a lot of those episodes, but baseline Hank, pretty conservative. He's from fucking Texas, and he's a white, middle-aged, middle class guy. So of course he has that in his bones. Bob Belcher's your MVP, baby. That's who you're putting in the game. Loves his kids, does anything for his kids. He's a hardworking dad. He's just there trying to cook his goddamn burgers, good at his job. He helps with the fucking kids. You know what? He's bald, and they crack on him a lot for that. But he's a great guy. His kids are weird as shit. And eventually he ends up throwing his shit to the wind, and he engages in the weirdo behavior with them. So you're 100% right, man. You got all the stats down. Bob Belcher is the guy. That's my guy, actually. I do really want a Bob Belcher tat because I feel like I most identify with him. So it's loading. I haven't got it yet, but it is loading.
See, like I had to do metrics because The Simpsons is my all-time favorite out of all those shows. So like I didn't want to be too subjective in
Bias.
fine ways because I think all of them also have good hearts. Like Homer does some dumb shit, but
Yeah.
he's good in his core. I was originally thinking about choosing Peter Griffin as an option, but he would have definitely been last because he doesn't have a good heart. He's
He's
just
trash.
very,
Yeah.
very violent. But yeah, no, I feel like if you want like strict, strict my way or the highway, you don't have to worry about me providing though, but he won't tell you
That's
I love you till he's, 45.
that's Hank.
So you might have some issues. Yeah, and then Homer, you just gotta like get him involved. Once he gets involved, he's a good guy, but you gotta really give him the push. And yeah, Bob's constantly around making his kids work for him and shit. But yeah, that is our first edition of Start Bench Cut. We are now going to get into our third segment, which is Preguntas. Now, Preguntas is just a chance for us to ask each other a random question. We get a minute to answer this, and we're not trying to culturally appropriate, by the way. We just think that it's objectively a cooler word, so shout out to Spanish. You will get to ask the first question, Karim. We do a minute for this segment. You are allowed to start now.
Joseph, you're a pretty level-headed guy. And I know you have mentioned that you hate it when people make ball jokes and they try to get overly familiar with you really fast. What is something that makes you irrationally angry?
A lot of things, actually. Um, Find myself getting very, yeah, I get worked up over the smallest things.
That's so funny. I would have thought the opposite.
It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. I think when technology doesn't
Oof.
work, I have such an issue with that. And it's like very boomer of me, but like my phrase is your only job is to work. So when stuff doesn't work, I get very irritated. Like I was talking earlier, we've got like these baby monitors, and one is based upon like an app and Wi-Fi, and randomly that shit won't work. And I live on the opposite side of the house from my daughter now. So if that shit doesn't work, I gotta sleep on the couch, bitch, because you don't work. Like all I did is I bought you to work. So when you're not working for no particular reason, it really aggravates me. So I would say overall, just technology not doing what it's supposed to do. Like when our Wi-Fi starts messing up and I can't watch TV or something, or I'm trying to watch a game and it shuts off or starts buffering, like that shit irritates the hell out of me. You know me, I can never watch a game live. Sometimes I pause it. Sometimes I go to hit play, and for some reason it doesn't work anymore. It goes to like live, and I'm just like, all right, well, any shit. I just wasted an hour and a half of like trying not to figure out what the score was because now I clearly see it. So yeah, technology not working is probably my biggest pet peeve.
I 100% support you in that because I literally tweeted today about my phone pissing me off. I told you that I got a new one. And
It's your
like
Christmas take.
my old one, right? My old one like cell service wasn't great at my job because it's like kind of like back there. You know, it's fucking Pacific Northwest. So it's like woody a lot of these areas.
Shout
But
out to Woody.
I got service on this new phone. I literally cannot like if I'm not on my job's Wi-Fi, then I can't send a fucking text. And I'm like, I'm still on the same network. I'm with the same company. I have a better phone. Why can't I just send a text out without fucking Wi-Fi? And yeah, this is a $2,000 piece of equipment in my phone, and you're gonna tell me that this brand new thing that I just bought 48 hours ago doesn't get signal where the other one that was 4 years old got signal? Yeah, I'm right there with you, man.
Look at me in my eye, and this is advice to anybody. I don't try to give unsolicited advice, but I will give it right now. Do not get a new phone. They try to hype these up as good things. They cost the price of a goddamn used car. You could have bought a 2007 Honda Civic with that. Instead, you got a new broke ass phone. My wife shit's the same way. Like hers, like comes like, oh, I don't have service this part of the house. I was like, why? I have service just fine. And I told you, just get you a nice iPhone SE. You know,
iPhone 2.
you still keep the center button. So if you're a fan of the button right here, you still get it. Yes, I did activate the screen so you can see the cute picture of my kids and my wife. You should definitely get one of these. You know what? Never breaks. Well, that's a lie. I did break one, but that was like of my own doing, like dropping it a whole bunch or something like that. And it works just fine. So if you ever want to hop off the graphing calculator train, we got that big ass phone and you don't got the center button and the shit don't work, I'm here for you. I think this bitch costs like it's under $1,000, and I got insurance. I got a new one recently, so I'm probably gonna have this phone for like 5 more years, and then maybe just go back to a flip phone depending on what the times look like. Um, my turn to ask you a question.
Oh God.
If you could go back in time and go back to high school or
Oof.
middle school or elementary school for that matter, if you go back to a school and it's a fictional school, which one you attended?
Oh, so like from like a cartoon or like another show?
Any show, any cartoon, any fictional school.
Ooh, maybe like what was that Disney movie that was like was it Sky High? That was like the superhero school or whatever. There was okay, I can't remember the Disney movie. It might be Sky High or it might not be Sky High.
It
But
could be.
it was a little kid and he was like at a school for kids to get like powers, but he was like didn't get his powers yet. And so all through the movie, he's like, I wish I had my power, blah blah blah, whatever the fuck. Yeah, I maybe it is. I think it is Sky High. It's like a school for like kids. Super. Shit, I want to go. I want to have fucking superpowers and go to a superhero school. That's what I want to do. Yeah, one of them schools. I think it is Sky High, but I feel like I'm conflating it with another movie. I'll have to clear that up in the description later.
It sounds like some shit I didn't watch regardless. I gotta
Why? What
go.
kind school was you thinking of that you wanted to go back to?
I mean, Hogwarts is the easy choice, and that's like a top two for me. I mean, every time I watch it to this day, I still wish I could go back in time and get that letter, dog. I mean, shout out to Greenwood, shout out to Wonderlick, shout out to Climb Forest,
The wood?
but baby, I would have preferred Hogwarts. You kidding me? Shit, I'm out here Wingardium Leviosa. Instead, they're just trying to avoid getting punched in the face because I'm white on the third floor. Um,
Fofo, baby.
trying to avoid getting jumped in sixth grade.
Fofo.
And then my other one would be I just had to look it up because I didn't know the name and I was supposed to do it earlier, but I forgot. Third Street School from Recess. What a time, man. If I could go play some kickball with Vince LaSalle, if I could, have to be under the jurisdiction of King Bob, if I had to avoid the gossip of the Ashleys,
That was a fun school.
avoid Randall's snitching ass, I'd be down to be at Third Street School for a day, kick it with my guys, my girls, Mikey Gretchen, Ashley Spinelli, Gus Griswold. I
Are
do it.
you watching Recess like right now? Like,
No, those are just ingrained in my brain. And that wraps up Preguntas. Now we are going to go on to quick news. Now, quick news is a weekly segment that gives us a chance to go over four current event topics or news stories that happen over the week. They vary in topic. We get 2 minutes, which sometimes we hit, usually we don't.
I don't think that we've
And
ever hit it. I don't
eh,
think.
now with an attitude like that, Corinne, you were asking the first question. 2 minutes, go ahead.
All right. Dylan Gabriel got knocked out of the game on Sunday with the Browns versus the Ravens, and Shedeur Sanders had to step in, and he had his NFL debut. A little rough, didn't do amazingly, but they're gonna start him next week because of the concussion protocol. So you got faith in him?
I do. I mean, I think he was like 416 or something crazy. It was bad. And he threw a pick, I think, on his first or second pass or something wild.
Yeah, sad choice.
Yeah, but that was a big issue in college. He used to take like these big ass sacks. I don't know, man. I believe in the talent when he was coming out of college. They're playing the Raiders next week, so I mean, it's a like his first actual start's going to be against a bummy ass team. I mean, they got Max Crosby and shit, but they suck. So I mean, if he's going to be all right, this is a good one to get his feet wet in. I wish him the best, man. I feel like a lot of people hate on him because a couple of things, and I want to see him do well. Emails from the Epstein estate are being released, and speculation from some of them is that Donald Trump gave Bill Clinton a beej. Are you ready to welcome him to the LGBTQ plus community, Karen?
Absolutely not, because we do not accept demon DL queens in the gay community. Donald, if you like sucking some peen, you need to proudly wave that fucking flag and stop being homophobic, you fucking down low ass man. I mean, none of that was news to me, though. If again, Donald Trump is not secretive about anything that he likes and hates. He's been telling us that he likes men since the last time he fucking campaigned. Anyways, the U.S. Mint officially stopped producing pennies under Donald Trump's instruction. Any comments or thoughts on that?
I usually hate everything this man does, but I couldn't give a shit less about this. Like, I pay for things in cash literally like once every 2 months. And when I do have pennies, them bitches rarely get used unless I need to have like 7 cents and I happen to have exact change. I think this is illegal. I don't think you're supposed to throw away money, but I've definitely moved out of houses over the years and just swept up some change to a dustpan and thrown that shit away. Unless it's quarters, baby, I don't really want it because they serve essentially no purpose in my life. Because everything I need change for is typically a quarter. So get rid of them shits. I don't care. I don't know how that's gonna work. They got to raise the prices of things. So I don't know how. Well, I don't like that aspect of it. But you know what? Eggs are still expensive, groceries are still expensive, and I was promised differently. Let's move on. The Met has released a theme for next year's gala, and it is costume art, whatever the hell that means. What do you expect people to be wearing, Corinne?
Um, I expect people to pretty much be doing the exact same shit that they was doing. This is kind of a very vague theme. We'll see how
Yeah.
many people actually nail it. It's kind of like the camp theme. I'm guessing people might be doing like, I don't know how people, some people are gonna take it very literal. There's like all the Renaissance statues in Rome and in Italy. So you might see a lot of sheer, very form-fitting type of dresses on women. I don't know. Somebody is gonna show up with the goddamn frame around them. I know that for fucking bookmark this shit. In May, during the gala, there will be a celebrity with a painted frame around them. I don't they're gonna do some Mona Lisa type shit. I just know that's where it's going. I know
Thanks.
you can't wait. I know you already have it in your calendar.
I zoned out halfway through you talking about that one because I don't know what none of that shit means. Moving on to recommendations, our last part of our show, where we recommend something we want you to do, see, watch, listen to. We split a minute for this segment, and I think I'll go first. This is the whole reason I brought up the Star Bench cut. I've been spending my time where I need some background noise on while I'm doing something like editing these videos, and things like that. I've been watching The Simpsons, man. And god damn it, that shit holds up. If you want a show that's not gonna you're not gonna roll on the floor laughing, you're not gonna ruffle. But if you want a show that's just gonna give you a good chuckle throughout, and you like just like a lot of dumb comedy, somehow my algorithm on TikTok is pretty much all like Simpsons compilations now, and man, am I enjoying that shit. But started like midway through season three. That's when it starts getting good. Because I feel like I started early season three because I was trying to dodge when they were all weird and had weird voices and the animation sucked and it was a little early, but I'm like midway through season three now, and it's getting good. So go ahead and check that out.
I'm gonna recommend. I finally saw Materialists last week. I've been wanting to see it, but I missed it in theaters. It's finally on HBO. I really fucking loved it. It does look like it got mixed reviews. Like you either kind of loved it or you kind of hated it. If you saw this director Celine Song's last movie, Past Lives, insane directorial debut, by the way. I think I actually might have recommended it on here, but Materialists with Dakota Johnson, Pedro Pascal, Chris Evans. It's like it's not fully rom-com. I feel like it's like 70% romance, like 30 comedy. Like there's a little lightness in there, but it's definitely more like dramatic, kind of like serious. I loved it. It's gorgeously shot. It's very smooth, very slick. I recommend it very high. I loved it. I really
Is it
did.
better than Dear John and Remember Me?
Yeah. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. I didn't watch those.
Charlie St. Cloud's low key like a
Why would you think that that was going to be a life-changing movie?
I mean, it seemed like a deep concept, and I like Zac Efron. Um, yeah, don't see Charlie St. Cloud. Or maybe I'll go back and watch it. It'll be better than I thought, but
No, go
probably
watch
not.
Materialist. Don't fucking watch Charlie St. Cloud.
Go watch Charlie St. Cloud. That wraps up episode 37, our Dominique Davis episode. We appreciate you tuning in. A couple things I'd like to clear up before we start or before we finish. Bill Clinton did in Donald Trump's mouth. Before we finish,
That boy got topped off.
hey man,
Actually, they cleared it up. They did. So Epstein's brother is the one who sent that email. And so after like everybody was like, oh shit. So in the email, they say, oh, Donald Trump topped off Bubba. And everybody thought they was talking about Bill Clinton because that's what they used to call him back in the day. So I was like, oh shit, it's Bill Clinton. Well, I think that it was Mark Epstein came back and was like, so he didn't clear up anything else in the email. All he said was, y'all got the wrong Bubba.
I don't know none of that shit means.
He did not clear it. He did not say y'all got the words mixed around. He said, nope, y'all got the wrong Bubba. So it wasn't Bill.
No, well,
It
never mind. Well, there
it
goes
was some
that
other
joke.
Bubba though.
Throw that bitch in the garbage. I would just like to point out if anybody noticed, my nose is a little bruised. I did not get my ass whooped, believe it or not. But I did run into a wall the other day, and nose first at about 6 a.m. and it was not fun. But you know what? We survived. It made me very grumpy, but you know what? That's why that's there. Also, if you feel like I'm sounding sexier than usual, you may have noticed this microphone in the bottom. It's my bottom right, so I think it's everybody else's bottom left, or is it still
Gosh,
their
you're
bottom
right.
right?
You're right.
Well, no,
You're right.
whatever, wherever it is, because I get confused. Not my rights and my lefts, but who sees what. Um, you know what I'm saying? I invested, a little like $32 in this microphone. Now, when I say I invested, I mean I had a gift card to Amazon, and so if I'm sounding a million times better than Corinne now, she starts hating. She just needs to buy a mic.
It's
But
all right. It won't make you sing better than me.
oh, I already sing better than you.
Me and Sam are actually about to start a band on your ass.
Please don't. No, please fucking don't. Jesus Christ. With that being said, any band my sister's in, oh, you maybe she could play like tambourine or jazz kazoo. Um, hey man, y'all start that band, and I'll be doing one thing that I always know how to do, and that's stay fly, 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 fly. Is it still echoing? I hope not,
So you turned it off.
because we're out. Shout out Miss Lana.
Oh my god.
Happy belated. Hey, that was before the birthday, the last one. I hope it was great. I hope Corinne sent you flowers to your job because if she didn't, she's a liar.
I posted the picture, bro. If you had watched my story, which you never do, you would have
I,
seen
I
your
did. I
birthday.
did. I did watch it. I did. Thank you for that. Okay, first of all, oh yeah, one more thing. I had the stomach bug, but Corinne tried to play me. I did not shart all over the place. I had like a weird minor case where I kept feeling like I had to go to the bathroom, which was almost worse than actually having to go. And then the next day, I felt like I got hit by a truck, which was awesome. But I did watch a lot of things on TV. If you're a big Eminem fan, which I'm not, there is an interesting documentary called Stands on Paramount Plus. I started a show called Mobland on Paramount Plus. It's got Pierce Brosnan, sexy man, and it's got Tom Hardy. So feel free to check out those recs.
So on top of your rec, you recommended like five more things.
Two more. We're out for real now, though. Peace.